Hi there, Aries. Welcome to your end of July 2024 General Tarot Update. It's Raina here. Oh wow, I think I should have turned on my lamp, but oh well. It's kind of too late for that. Maybe I'll pause this after I lay out the cards. I thought because it was morning that I would be able to not do it. Okay, this is kind of an ambiguous card, so I will pick another one. Okay, I'm going to just set this down here. And okay, I think that's a little bit better. So let's see here. The heart of the matter is the Daughter of Pentacles, which translates to the Page of Pentacles. So this could be hearing some kind of news or getting a message about money matters, maybe even work, anything of a practical nature. This, maybe you're even thinking about some kind of financial venture, or you're in the early stages of such. This is also a card that's associated with the student. So it might be quite significant if you're middle-aged and you go back to college, or if you get some kind of certification because you're going in a different direction. I would say with love matters, I don't know if this is true, but I would especially associate this with Virgo. But it might be the early stages of some kind of love situation with an earth sign. I would say Capricorn is the sign that you might gravitate towards the most because you're both cardinal signs. And even though it squares you off, there's like this friction that's kind of like a physical attraction in some cases. Yeah, but yeah, I want to say that the other earth sign is Taurus. So in the past position, we have the Mother of Wands, which is the Queen of Wands, and this is a card of combining career and um, perhaps motherhood or parenthood, or nurturing children. It's interesting that this deck uses mother and father for the king and for the queen and king, because it really does correspond with that sometimes. And it could be a situation of being a working mother, or I can say working parent, but I wanted to stress the feminine angle here. And especially for a sign like Aries, this I could see a lot of Aries people saying, "Oh, I could never stay at home full time and not be able to leave the home," or that's something that Aries would probably really do a lot. However, some of you may have a lot of earth in your personal points, or you have a lot of water and you're not really like that, and you really are kind of a homebody. And so it's like, hey, why don't I start a business from home? Something like that. That's how I see the progression, or these two cards. The higher message is the Chariot. So if this is, since this is like an initial stage of something, you're guaranteed success. Although I do not like to use the word guarantees with anything in life. I don't believe there are any guarantees in life, and that we should remain kind of detached. Isn't it funny that this card has like a pentacle around his neck, and this is actually, the horse has one. It's connected to Cancer. So I don't know why that is. I don't know. It is a card of success, so maybe it's also indicating financial success. But yeah, so it's like, when you first start something, you don't know if it's going to work, obviously. Well, that could suggest that it is going to work. Usually, this position is more of like a spiritual message. And it's, I think if you've been having difficulty trying to launch something or to make it happen in the first place, like you feel like you're being pulled in different directions. Maybe you have a day job and you're doing something on the side that you hope to make your full-time thing. It's like being one pointed, and not allowing distractions to deter you is probably going to really seal the deal. What crosses you is the Ace of Swords. This is a card of mental clarity so that you can further your goals. And I think that maybe you are, because I did get the Two of Swords. Maybe there's some kind of indecision on your part about which direction you want to go in or what you want to specialize in. Whatever the Daughter of Pentacles or the Page of Pentacles means to you, it's important. I do believe it's important to have clarity before you embark upon something, or at least if you're experimenting, to kind of like at some point gain that clarity so that you can act in ways that are very, consistent with what you want to bring into the world. And it's not always easy because certainly you're a fire sign. Fire signs are expansive, so you definitely can have multiple ideas, and it might be hard to narrow it down. But even just like gaining clarity about why you're doing what you're doing is helpful as well, because sometimes people are kind of muddled. I think people a lot of times are muddled. I would not say that Aries as a sign, as a whole, is like this, though. I really feel that Aries people tend to be quite dynamic in how they approach life. So you tend to be take charge and doing things very confidently, but it might just be, I think it is like whittling it down, because you might be trying to do too much or be too much to everyone. It's like when people start a YouTube channel and they have all kinds of hodgepodge, different topics. And it's like you don't have to just like be so strict, but if you're, talking about knitting and human design, that might be a little bit different, random. Okay, so what's coming in, this was in the reversed position, so I'll hold it upright. And I have to be very careful because I'm not reading these numbers. I had to do a whole reading over again because of that. Um, I was going to say Eight of Cups, but apparently it's Seven of Cups. And it's funny because this is a card that can indicate confusion in the upright position. So I think that the confusion will lift regarding some plans that you have for a money-making venture. And even if you're just kind of like dabbling in it, it'll take shape if you have experienced a lot of kind of confusion, let's say. And so I did pick two outcome cards. One, this is because it's very ambiguous. It's not like a resolution type of card. Um, so it's the Two of Swords, and it indicates being at a crossroads. Swords relate to thought. If this is like relationship related or, dating related, and you have two people, um, one of them may be somebody who is an earth sign, and one might be a fire sign in some cases. And overall, you really are more acclimated to fire signs and air signs, which just represents the air signs Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But it can be tempting to be with an earth sign because you might feel like that person is really helping you to achieve your dreams. Like they're kind of the brains behind the operation. You're the brawn and they're the brains. When I say brains, I really mean the organizing principle, that they kind of keep things together for you. And because you tend to be very ambitious, you might look for somebody, but remember, you don't want to marry your secretary. You want to have somebody you really who sparks passion in you. So keep that in mind. So I picked an additional card and I got the Six of Pentacles. So this is a card that can be about this is actually an inheritance card. So I'm wondering if this is some kind of a message that you receive about an inheritance for some people. And the other thing that this card can represent is a situation where it is an energy exchange. So if this is relationship, it's with someone who you feel that you're giving to them, but they're giving to you. And I'm not talking about monetarily. I'm talking about just you feel like there's interest on both sides. It's not just one-sided. This can be a card of giving or receiving financial assistance. If you have it to give to somebody else, you may give it. If you need it, you may take it. I have a feeling, based on the temperament of the average Aries person, that you're more likely giving money. You're a very generous person. So anyway, I think that that will kind of give you that clarity that you're looking for by thinking about that. Am I putting my energy, am I getting drained energetically from what it is I do for a living? And if you can say a resounding yes, then you have to say, well, do I want to preserve my energy? Do I feel like my energy is worth more than gold? And if so, then that is your clarity that you're working towards. You're working towards something that will provide that for you. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this, Aries. If you would like a private reading, I do astrology and the tarot. You can find out more at the link below. Thanks for watching. Bye.